Ever looked at a CRM and thought, why is this so complicated? Yeah, you're definitely not alone. So today we'll look at a tool that goes in the complete opposite direction. Pipedrive promises to keep things simple, so you can focus on actually making sales rather than managing clunky sales pipelines in a CRM. But does it actually deliver? And does it make sense for your business? We'll break it all down in this review. But first, what exactly is Pipedrive? Well, at its core, it's a sales CRM. Its main job is to help you track leads, manage deals, and move opportunities forward. And this focus really matters. Instead of trying to be an all-in-one platform, Pipedrive is built specifically for sales teams. People who want a clear sales process and a faster, better way to close more deals. To give you an idea of whether Pipedrive is right for you, we'll review its ease of use, pipeline management, deals and activities, automations, integrations, reporting, and pricing. Oh, if you want to skip around sections, feel free to click the chapter links below. And if you want to try it out, we've also included our link for a free 30-day trial and our exclusive 20% off discount for your first year. Let's start with one of the biggest reasons people choose Pipedrive. It's so easy to use. A lot of CRMs try to do everything. They pack in every possible feature and end up messy and confusing with workflows that go all over the place and way too much friction. Pipedrive keeps things clean and focused. Everything is where you expect it to be. Creating a deal takes seconds, and you can quickly attach contacts, schedule activities, and assign values without jumping through multiple screens. Even working with larger data sets is pretty manageable. For example, making bulk edits is straightforward. You can update multiple deals at once without a fuss. The result is you spend less time figuring out the tool and more time actually making sales. Even if you're new to CRMs, you can get up and running quickly without needing hours of training. And this simplicity really shows up in the next feature. This is where Pipedrive really shines. It's visual sales pipeline. Instead of digging through lists or dashboards, you can see all of your deals beautifully laid out in front of you. These are organized by stage, and you can customize them to whatever fits your flow. For example, inbound request, qualified, proposal, and so on. Each deal is represented as a card, and to move it forward, all you have to do is drag and drop it into the next stage. One standout feature here is deal rotting. So if a deal hasn't been updated within a certain time frame that you determine, it turns red. So you can instantly spot deals that are going cold and take action. At a glance, you know exactly where every deal stands, which deals are stuck, and where you should focus next. If you're managing different types of sales, you can also create multiple pipelines. For example, one for inbound leads, another for partnerships, or even different pipelines for different products. And if you're switching from another CRM, you don't have to start from scratch. You can easily import your existing deals. So its pipeline isn't just visual. It's flexible, it's practical, and built for real sales workflows. But even a gorgeous looking pipeline isn't all that useful if deals aren't moving along. To make that happen, Pipedrive leans heavily into what they call activity-based selling. The idea is simple. Every deal should always have a next step. So instead of just storing deals, Pipedrive nudges you gently to stay proactive. It reminds you to schedule calls, meetings, follow-up emails, or custom tasks. There's even a built-in calendar that syncs with Google or Outlook, so you can manage everything in one place. Schedule meetings, propose time slots to clients, send reminders, etc., all without leaving the platform. Plus, Pipedrive also includes an AI-powered sales assistant, which can suggest things like what deals to prioritize, when to follow up, or spot where you might be losing momentum. Pipedrive also includes deal scoring, which can help you prioritize sales deals. However, right now scores are only updated based on deal data and logged activities. This is useful for sales teams that want a consistent way to rank deals, but it doesn't offer deeper behavioral insights like a true lead score does. Now, two things to keep in mind here. First, Pipedrive's system works best if you're actually disciplined enough to log activities and keep deals updated. If you don't stay on top of it, its value drops fast. And second, the task and activity system is quite focused on sales when compared to platforms like HubSpot or Monday. So if you're looking for complex project management or workflows that extend into your support and finance operations, you might find Pipedrive a bit limited. Since we're on the topic of workflows, let's talk about Pipedrive's automation offerings. Though the platform is primarily focused on sales, it does offer a solid set of automation features to help you save time on repetitive tasks. For example, when a deal moves to a new stage, you can create a follow-up activity, send a confirmation email, or assign a deal to a specific team member, all automatically. You can also trigger automations in third-party tools like Slack, Teams, or Trello. You build these with a visual workflow builder where you define a trigger and then add actions, so you really don't need any technical skills. You may be wondering about marketing automation, so let's walk through Pipedrive's email marketing capabilities. Pipedrive does offer its own email marketing add-on called Campaigns, which lets you send newsletters, create templates, automate welcome emails, and track performance. So if your needs are fairly basic, things like sending updates or simple campaigns to your contacts, it definitely does the job. But it's not trying to compete with dedicated email marketing platforms. At the moment, it doesn't support dynamic content, deep segmentation, or the kind of campaign logic you'd find in more advanced marketing automation platforms. But simplicity is kind of the overall theme with Pipedrive. So it makes sense that it keeps automation simple, practical, and closely tied to sales. And precisely because Pipedrive is more focused than some all-in-one platforms, integrations play an important role. And the good news is it connects with a ton of tools. Aside from Gmail and Outlook, which I mentioned earlier, you can also integrate Slack, Zapier, plus hundreds of accounting, lead generation, and marketing tools. So if you already have a stack of tools, chances are you can plug Pipedrive right in. There are also a couple built-in add-ons worth mentioning. In addition to Campaigns for email marketing, there's also Lead Booster, which helps you capture leads through forms, live chat, and chatbots. Plus, there's the Web Visitors add-on, which lets you know which companies are visiting your website. It's worth noting here that there are other CRMs that include a lot of these features natively. So if you're looking to use these features with Pipedrive, it means a bit more setup and in some cases, additional cost. But on the flip side, it also gives you more flexibility to build your own stack around it. Now let's move on to what happens to be one of our favorite Pipedrive features, reporting. Its reporting and insights are quite powerful. You get a fully customizable dashboard, which by default shows you deals won, pipeline health and win rate, deal status by salesperson, and activity status. There are pre-built reports for things like activity performance, deals won and lost, conversion rates, and more. But the real value is in its custom report builder. It lets you create reports that actually reflect your sales process. You can combine multiple filters and conditions, such as deals by stage and owner, and performance over time. And all of this is quite easy to set up. As good as all that is, what really impressed us is the AI report generator. You just describe what you want and it generates custom reports for you like that. It makes data way more accessible, especially if you're not a data expert. That being said, some reports like revenue forecasts, custom field, and team-based reporting will require an upgrade to one of Pipedrive's higher tier plans. Which brings us to our final section, pricing. Pipedrive uses tier pricing starting with an affordable entry-level plan and then scaling up as you unlock more advanced features like automation, reporting, and additional customization options. And you also have to factor in add-ons, such as Campaigns for email marketing and Lead Booster for lead generation. So, depending on your setup, the total cost can really go up. That said, the pricing is generally transparent and easy to understand, which isn't always the case with CRM tools. And if your main goal is to manage deals and keep your sales process organized, even the lower tier plans can offer a lot of value. So, is Pipedrive right for you? Let's sum up its pros and cons. We love that it's easy to use with a clean interface, intuitive navigation, and quick setup. It offers excellent visual pipeline management with features like deal routing that make it easy to track progress. It also includes strong, flexible reporting tools, including the AI report generator, which we talked about. But keep the following in mind. Its marketing automation and email features are limited, lacking the advanced features needed for super targeted campaigns. Cost can also add up with add-ons, as features like email marketing, lead capture, and web tracking are not included in the base plans. And finally, Pipedrive's scoring feature is quite basic. It only works at deal level and lacks flexibility in how scores are calculated. All in all, if your main goal is to stay organized, track opportunities, and make sure nothing falls through the cracks, yes, Pipedrive delivers that really well. In our experience, it's a great fit for small to medium-sized businesses, sales-focused teams, agencies, B2B companies, and anyone managing deals through a clear pipeline. It's especially strong if you value simplicity and want a CRM your team will actually use. Now, if you want to use Pipedrive, you can try it out for yourself using the link in the description below to get a free 30-day trial and 20% off your first year. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.